Good afternoon, Richland High School. Today, assembly was called. That way, you guys can hear from a very distinguished physicist. His name is Stephen Hawkings. He was born in 1942 in England. And at the age of 21, he was in college at Oxford, and he was diagnosed with a disease called ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a motor neuron disease which affects all the voluntary muscle control, such as swallowing or walking. You guys are all juniors and seniors in high school, and start to think about your 5-year plan. You're probably thinking about going off to college, jumping into the workforce, or maybe starting a family. But at the age of 21, Stephen Hawkings was diagnosed with ALS. And at that point in life, he was given a 2-year life expectancy. Have you guys started to think about what would happen if you were given only 2 years to live? Well, Stephen Hawkings went into a depression, and he pulled out of the depression because of his wife named Jane Will, which he married 2 years after he was diagnosed. At 24 years old, he got his PhD and continued to help out in the physics world. Just so you guys know, right now he's 71 years old, and he's lived with ALS for 50 years, which is amazing because the normal life expectancy for someone with ALS is only 10 years. Throughout his life, he's given lots of accomplishments towards the field of physics. Some include his essay by singularities and geometry of space-time, which shared top honors with Penrose and won him the Adams Prize. This was in 1966 when he was 23 years old. Just after this time, he lost his ability to write. But he was unwilling to accept this as a disability, so he developed visual methods to continue his work. Just in the 1970s, his accomplishments were an essay called Black Holes, which won him the Gravity Research Foundation Award. Then he also published The Large-Scale Structure of Spacetime. Then he was appointed the Sherman Fairchild Distinguished Scholar and was awarded the Eddington, PS11 Gold, Hughes, and the Albert Einstein Medal. He was also given the Danny Heinemann and the Maxwell Prize. And in 1979, he became the Cambridge math professor. Now, imagine being a professor and losing your ability to speak. In 1985, he came down with pneumonia and lost the ability to speak because the doctors had to give him a trachea. Along with other awards, he has also received the American Franklin Medal and the most prestigious civilian award given to an American, called the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Today, he will speak to you through an equalizer, which is a computer-based program. In the beginning, when he first began to use it back in 1985, he used his hand in order to trigger a switch, which caused the computer to know which words he wanted to say. At about that time, he could speak at 15 words per minute. Today, he can only speak using the cheek muscles and to trigger the same switch, and will speak at about 1 word per minute. But don't worry, today he has prepared a speech in advance, so it will go by a whole lot faster than 1 word per minute. And please welcome me in welcoming Stephen Hawking.